Bom dia. How's it going? Beautiful day in central Portugal. Weather's gone all Welsh on us. It's definitely winter now. I've had our first frosts. It's gotten proper cold. Although the insulated cabin with a nice gas heater in it has made a huge difference. It's nice and cosy. So yeah, we need to do a bit of winter prepping work really, because as you can kind of see behind me, this new land hasn't been massively maintained. So we've got quite a bit of strimming and cleaning and pruning some of the trees and cleaning a couple of ditches, although it hasn't rained for pretty much, hasn't actually rained all November, which is mental. Or did it rain once? Maybe one afternoon. So maybe give it the rain before we go for the ditches, because there's quite a lot of digging to do. But yeah, I'll give you a little turn. I'll turn the camera around and show you what we're going to tackle today. Yeah, there we go. Lots of lovely grass. Whoop whoop. And then we've got a couple of piles of wood from the mimosa trimmings and from the olives and stuff, so we're going to put them into a big pile over on the old bit of land over there, and then probably get a tarp over that so it doesn't get too wet over winter, and then probably try and strim around that well as well, because it's beautiful, so hopefully we can tarp that a bit.
Good afternoon. It is a gorgeous December day here in central Portugal and we are getting to work on the land. I've been clearing up a big wood pile and I tried to Google last night branch management because obviously we've been cutting lots of trees and I just had this big pile and I didn't know what to do and whether there was a quick way to get rid of them. Most people use fire, which I kind of wanted to avoid doing, and only burn stuff if we needed it for heat or cooking. And the information I found was that branch management can take almost twice as long as pruning your trees. It's just one of those jobs. So I kind of wish I'd pre-planned the places for everything, but I've got there in the end. So we've got a nice big collection of dry wood here that we can use for cooking on, and some branches and vines for kindling. The big pile has gone, and then anything that's still quite green I've popped over here because it's much harder to cut, and I'm going to sort that out in March because we need to make sure everything's cleared before the summer due to fire hazards. So we've got all the olive branches from olive harvest to sort out as well. They're in different piles around the land. So yeah, note to self for next year, plan ahead the branch management because it's getting a little bit tedious now. Iwan's been doing loads of strimming and this new piece of land we've got is looking transformed. The wire on the strimmer has just snapped, so he's taking a pause. And then we're going to crack on with a bit more work. I have started trying to clear out one of the water ditches that we have at the bottom, but it's really hard going, so I think I need to either wait till the ground's a bit softer or we may have to put together a list of jobs and hire Frank the digger for a day. So this is the wildness I'm trying to currently get some management over. So we've got a young olive tree here and that was covered in brambles and vines. There's lots of wild vines here that won't fruit and they just grow like crazy. I've released this fig tree from a lot of vines and this olive tree. So there is a really old vine growing with this one. So I might try and keep that. That did actually have some fruit on, as you can see. So that's one worth trying to maintain. But this is just madness. It's where the quince are growing and wild vines and brambles. So I'm obviously cutting out the brambles and vines, but even the quince trees are just, that's mostly quince now, and just I don't know where to start. They do give a really beautiful blossom in the spring, so I would like to keep as much as possible. It's just I don't know how to manage this tree. I guess it's more bush-like. So yeah, I'm kind of struggling, but I will keep pulling out all the vines and maybe cut a few of the quince branches and see what it looks like in the end. And then I've got 3 more along, no, just 2 more along here. But look at the way the brambles are. They're just so beastly. And this is why all my clothes have holes in. Just trying to manage them. My branch management system's gone out the window as well. But all the strimming Iwan's done is looking amazing. Look at this beautiful wall all along here. So we will at some point get to restoring that, because I think it'll look so beautiful from the bottom of the land. And there's loads of old vines here. So up past here now from the wall up is all going to become a vineyard, so we're going to plant that up more, and then try and see how well we can look after all the old vines. Some of them gave really good fruit and some none at all, so we will see how they do after a bit more TLC. And then this beautiful pear tree has got something eating it, and it's amazing that it's still got life in it in some way. There's a few dead branches need to come off, but yeah, that's quite a chunk out of it.
Well, that was some serious strimming. We had about 3 hours today, but transformation on the plateau and on next door is looking really good, so happy with that. Should mean we'll have less to do come the beginning of spring when the grasses will start coming back out again. So I thought I would take, it's bright. There you go. Thought I would take this opportunity, because it's a nice evening, to bottle up some olive oil. Go that way. Yeah, so we've got some nice bottles, some nice 50 cl bottles, and get them bottled up and yeah, decide what to do with them. But there's always something that gets in the way, and this time it's because the olive oil has gone all solid, which is actually a very good sign for olive oil, but not a good sign for bottling. So I have to give it 20 minutes and hopefully it'll sort of turn back to liquid in the sun, fingers crossed. There you go. Disaster. So tasty. Probably the best olive oil I've ever tasted, but I would say that, wouldn't I? Not at all biased. So this isn't quite going to plan. But I've managed to get 3, 4, and I guess we'll finish 5. And then wait for the rest of the oil to warm up.
So I'm not too sure how well you're going to be able to see as the light's going, but this is how far I got to with the quince. This one I've been pruning, that's what it looked like before. So I've gone in pretty hard, but I'm hoping it will be happier. I'm not going to do the other 2 this year. I'll just get rid of the vines and the brambles, but I won't prune just in case I've done a terrible job and kill this tree. So yeah, but pretty happy with how it's looking along here. I think it's going to look really nice when I finish clearing up here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching us get more to grips with managing this beautiful piece of land. It's definitely something to consider if you're thinking of buying a piece of land, is the size of it and how much work it does actually take to look after it and look after all the trees. I know people have bought huge pieces of land, and that's what we were first thinking of when we started looking, and I'm really glad that we have the size that we do, and maybe in the future we would expand and buy more to put vines on, but as far as it goes now, we're really happy with the size. And it's kind of hard to show the difference that it makes doing the work on it, but it feels so different when you just put a bit of work into the land. It's kind of hard balancing the building of the house with the land management, but we really enjoy it. We really love working outside. We keep talking about pointing inside and then the sun's out, so we just don't want to be inside. But I think we will finally get some rain tomorrow, or at least have a bit of a drizzly day. So maybe that will eventually finally get done. We are doing 2 videos a week in December, so I imagine that the next one, which will be on Tuesday, will be us pointing inside. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, for all of your support. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, we always love reading all your comments. So we will see you on Tuesday. Take care.
You go walkies? Should we go walkies? Shall we? Sausage. Should we go walkies? Is that a yes? You scratch first. You go walkies. Come on then. Come on then.